continue this conversation with two of my favorite people. Joining me now, contributor Kurt Bardella, an associate research scholar and lecturer in politics and public affairs at Princeton University, Dr. Lauren Wright. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning.
Happy Thanksgiving, Nick.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving. Let's start, Kurt, with the information about that release. The reaction has been pouring in over that prisoner swap. Now, actor Mel Gibson, he thanked Elizabeth Vargas and her team for staying on top of the story. And, of course, we're talking about Swidan, and he was just one of the Americans released. Let's listen to that sound and chat about it, you two on the other side.
I want to send my congratulations and indeed my Thanksgiving in this season to a man named Swidan, who was recently released from a Chinese prison. Of course, Elizabeth Vargas, who reported this story several times, and Allison Weiner. Thank you and congratulations to all of you. Big Thanksgiving.
Kurt, this is a big deal. What do you make of the timing of this, and what does it mean right now for China relations?
Well, I think it's kind of an olive branch, a little bit resetting relations, especially as we head into this transition happening right now with leadership in our country. It is a nice gesture, and again, you got to applaud as well the Biden administration and the State Department team. That obviously things like this don't happen overnight. There are painstaking, detailed negotiations that happen behind the scenes with a lot of folks within the State Department and the DoD community to pull something like this off. And so I think, again, especially on Thanksgiving, it's a great thing. I'm really happy for these people and their families more than anything.
Yeah, Lauren, we're always happy when any American is back home, but there's always a lot of criticism thrown at the administration over what they may have given up in the process. How do you expect this to play out?
Yeah, and we don't really know what we gave up quite yet. We don't know what prisoners were exchanged exactly on the China side of the deal. And, there's still about 40 Americans detained unjustly abroad in various places. And so this is an ongoing issue that the Trump administration is going to have to deal with. And China has been hesitant to engage in this sort of hostage diplomacy in the past, but maybe they'll be doing more of that in the future. And Trump is trying to send the message that, look, you can't pluck Americans off of the street and do so without consequences. But of course, it's really complicated because we want these people home. Mm-hmm. And, the policy has just been sort of unclear so far. It's a happy story with some very serious implications on Thanksgiving, Nick.
Absolutely. Kurt, one of the things I want to focus on this morning, too, is the story that Robert Sherman has been leading with today. And that is the focus on these swatting incidents and bomb threats targeting some of President-elect Trump's cabinet officials, incoming cabinet officials. Now, the White House says that they're monitoring this situation. Here's what former White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney told NewsNation.
When I got named to the cabinet, or at least nominated to the cabinet, I didn't get any protection whatsoever until after I was confirmed. Yeah. And then it was very, very low until I was chief of staff. So most of these folks have absolutely no security whatsoever.
Kurt, you and I have been in the media zeitgeist now for more time than many. I don't remember things like this being a thing until recently. How much of a red flag is this?
Yeah, I think it just shows that, one, we live at a time where things are still really volatile, where bad actors from wherever, not even within our own shores, can be doing things to disrupt the country, trying to disrupt our leadership. And again, I think everyone should be able to say, no matter where you sit on the ideological spectrum, that this is unacceptable, that using the threat of violence to target anyone who you might disagree with or to advance some radical agenda, it is wrong. And it needs to be condemned by all sides. When I see this stuff, it makes me think, though, of the times that almost everyone in the Trump MAGA universe mocked and made fun of the Pelosi family when someone actually came into their home and attacked them, and they mocked it. They laughed at it. And so now the shoe's on the other foot a little bit here. So maybe next time they'll have a little more humility now that they're living through something like this that invokes that kind of fear, that is a form of terrorism. It's not a laughing matter. It's not a throwaway joke line at a rally. It's serious, and we should treat it as such.
Lauren, I'll give you the last word.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.